Hey guys, so today I want to talk about a topic that is very personal to me. I love opening up conversations around things that I have experienced myself because I can speak from experience and with being really open and honest and transparent about my story and my struggles and the things that I've learned, I can only hope that it helps someone else who's going through something similar. I know that there are many of us who struggle with eating disorders and just have overall toxic relationships with food. My toxic relationship with food started around the age of 13, and I still deal with it to this day. I know so many of us do. It's far too common in today's world, and the only thing that has gotten me to where I am today and pulled me out of kind of this unhealthy food rut is intuitive eating. So just to back up a little bit, in today's society, as many of you know, we are just constantly birthing new diets. Every day I feel like there's a new diet. We're keto, we are paleo, we're vegan, we're pescatarian, we're this, we're that. We're constantly bombarded with diets, and we sometimes feel obligated to subscribe to one. Now, we feel that way because we are so misinformed. This society and this culture is so misinformed on nutrition. Nurses, to become a nurse, you barely have to learn about nutrition, which someone that comes from a nutritional background is mind-blowing to me, as food is so interconnected to our health. It literally is the number one leading cause to many of our health issues. So with that being said, the idea of intuitive eating is so important and so helpful to steer us away from these societal walls that we're kind of backed against. We don't need to subscribe to these diets, which, don't get me wrong, I have to pretty much every diet you can think of. I'm mostly plant-based now, and when I first went plant-based, I went plant-based for a reason. Just to back up for a minute, I was going through a lot of health issues with my gut and was basically told that if I didn't heal or things didn't get better, I was looking at a future of stomach cancer. Pretty horrifying. So I took on a vegan diet, tried to stay super alkaline, the healthiest diet there can be. I say that as I'm talking about not subscribing to a diet, but when the body is fully alkalined, disease and cancers cannot live in it. So I went fully plant-based for a year and healed all of my issues. And after that, I started to crave certain animal proteins such as seafood. And I remember going to dinner with my mom, who came to visit me in New York, and she was craving sushi. So I agreed to go. I was just gonna get a vegetable roll and a salad. And I remember watching her eat fish and just feeling terrible, just wanting it so bad. And I was denying myself what it wanted. And it was in that moment that it clicked for me. I was like, why can't I have the fish? Who made that rule for me? I did, because I subscribed to this label called veganism. And when she left, I remember I ordered a bunch of sushi takeout and just ate a gross amount of sushi and still felt so guilty. And I was like, ugh, why do I feel so gross? Like, what are people gonna think of me? I've told everyone I was vegan. Holy shit, like, I'm a liar, I'm a failure, I really let myself down. Like, you just go through this whole spiral. Fuck that. When you want something, eat it. Give your body what it wants. We live in such a deprived culture. We're always on diets. We don't eat this because it's fattening. Don't eat this because it's carbs. Once you become intuitive with your body and listen to what it wants and give it what it wants, you don't overeat. You don't binge. You don't fall off the tracks and self-sabotage, because you're not depriving yourself of anything. And that's the lesson I had to learn from that experience. And it was amazing. But going back to the diets, it's okay if you want to eat more keto than anything else, or more vegan than I consider myself more plant-based than anything else, but I still love sushi. I eat seafood all the time. But you don't need to put a label on it. I eat what I want when I want it. You don't need to put a percentage. You don't need to put shit. You just eat what your body wants when you want it. We've got to remember that the food industry, which is responsible for many of these diets, doesn't really have our health in mind, right? They have money in mind. They're just trying to put out a new diet so that they can sell new products and start a whole new wave of shit. So let's stop buying into it. All right, let's eat what we want to eat when we want to eat it. Let's rid ourselves of these toxic thoughts that, circulate around certain foods. We've allowed the food industry to make us scared of food. All right, like we're scared of carbs for some reason. We're scared of fruit, which blows my mind. And I was horrified of fruit for so long because sugar, oh my God, calories, ooh, I wouldn't eat a date. I wouldn't eat a banana. It's bullshit, all right? Just to piggyback off of that, fruit is the most nutrient dense and medicinal food on this planet, next to vegetables. Fruit is so important and should 100% be very interwoven into your weekly diets. Now, another thing I want to touch on is how your thoughts affect the things you're eating. We have to be really cautious of what we're allowing the food industry to make us think. So we have the food industry telling us all these scary thoughts about certain foods, and we're believing them because we don't know any better. So we're telling ourselves, oh, I can't eat that pasta because I'll gain weight. Guess what? Next time you eat pasta, you're probably going to gain weight because that subconscious mind is listening to those thoughts and translating that to the rest of your body. And the rest of the body is doing whatever the subconscious is saying. So you're probably going to gain weight. I know that sounds really out there, but it's true. Same thing with fruit. I was horrified of fruit for such a long time. And every time I ate fruit or went on a smoothie kick for a few months, I would gain weight. And it was because I had that strong belief. I truly thought that eating fruit would make me gain weight. And guess what? It did every time. Now I no longer feel that way. I have smoothies every single day, sometimes twice a day, and I don't gain any weight because I've shed that belief. Our thoughts are so goddamn powerful. It's insane. It's absolutely mind-blowing. And if you want to learn more about mind, I'm going to do a whole nother video about this conscious and subconscious mind because it's sad to me how uneducated we are on the power of our thoughts. But not to dive too deep into that rabbit hole because I can. Beliefs are important. Your thoughts are important. Stop subscribing to diets. Eat intuitively. Listen to your body. Give it what it wants. Stop depriving yourself. Stop being so hard on yourself. And let's change our relationship with food because food's fucking amazing. And we should be enjoying it and loving it and trying new things and eating all the foods that we crave outside of processed foods. Although, listen, I know we're human on occasion, totally fine. But just because you're craving Cheetos every single day, I'm not suggesting you eat Cheetos every single day. I'm suggesting you eat the foods that you know your body intuitively wants and craves. And if you're truly being honest with yourself and really being intuitive, you will know that eating Cheetos and craving Cheetos is not what your body actually wants and craves. That's this playing games with you. But again, another story. Listen to your body, turn inwards, be really fucking honest with yourself, be real, and treat your body like the temple that it is. We only have one body on this journey here. Treat it right because life is precious, it's fleeting, and being told you could possibly get cancer is a horrifying thing, and I don't wish that upon anyone. So stay healthy, give your body what it wants to thrive and survive, and live your best goddamn life. I hope this helped anyone who has similar struggles and thoughts, and yeah, let me know if you have any questions.